Thank you, Jeff. That was good stuff, said Scott. Last name's also Koiste, by the way. But I on my way here, I got a very typical Winnipeg transit experience. 3 stops in, a guy gets on the bus. Next stop, he then goes, "If you want to live, everybody follow me." And then he gets off the bus at the next stop. And then a guy actually gets out of the seat and he's wearing like freaking hiking bag and then has like a blanket on top of him and he follows him. It's like, I guess they can see the future. Because I don't know if that means I'm going to regret me on stage right now. But anyways, is anybody here scared of like how fast technology has been evolving?
Yeah.
I feel like AI has especially gone out of hand. I say this because I was getting an ad while watching porn, and it's like you can swap anybody's face in your favorite porn. And the Knight Rider theme is playing in the background. And you just know there's going to be some poor kid who's been bullied, and then he's had enough. So he's going to send the video to the bully going, "Hi, I'm fucking your mom!" And then what is the kid going to do? If he tells his mom, is he really going to say, "Hey, Mom, Jimmy was fucking you in Busty's Latino 28. No, he's not. And how is he ever going to watch Busty's Latino 28 anymore without seeing his mom's face? And if you tell Dad about it, he's going to ask for the video and you're never going to see it again. And then you don't ever want to look at Dad's porn collection now because next time you put on Tight MILFs Next Door 54, you're going to see Mom and Dad fucking in it. All thanks to AI, everybody. Don't just love fucking technology. In high school, I was on the track team and cross country because I like to run. And I then found out it was the bottom of the food chain with all the clubs. These announcements would come on. They announce the men's football team, like men and women's volleyball, water polo, ultimate frisbee, the cake pop club, League of Legends club, Super Smash Bros club. Announcements are done. And it's like, what the fuck? We're at 8 a.m. Like, that you can't even just announce us. And then I realized the nerds, the video game nerds, and the football jocks were conspiring against us. Because on the announcements, do they really want to go, "Oh, these are the guys who are good at stamina," being announced to high school? No, it's going to put them to shame. So they want to bury all the people who have good stamina. Okay, yeah. But that was just sort of how fucked high school is now. But I've been watching TV, and then there's this thing called the BKFC Ice Wars, and it's hockey fights without the hockey. So they picture it as like the top MMA fighters versus like the top hockey players. So you, in your mind, are thinking, "Oh, great, like Conor McGregor versus Alexander Ovechkin, or like Floyd Mayweather versus Sidney Crosby." But in reality, it's actually CM Punk versus Mike Keane of the Manitoba Moose. But CM Punk actually didn't make it because he can't skate, so they pull him out, and then one of the defense players of like the Fort Garry Lake Monsters instead. And I got me thinking, what if we tried applying this to other sports? So what if we did soccer? It wouldn't work because they'd both be on the floor after the first punch and crying. And then if you tried doing it for rugby, it would just be rugby. It wouldn't even be any different. I have a question for the audience. Who here likes sex and candy? Because one day I was sitting and lounging in my chair and staring at my reflection, wondering, what if I tried like doing like the sex equivalent of Skittles? I want to taste the whole rainbow and feel the rainbow. So because I'm a pan guy, I think I could do pretty well at it. But then I realized I'm missing 2 of the flavors of the rainbow: the asexuals and the lesbians. And it's like, fuck. That means I don't get like green and purple. But it's like you want all the colors of the Skittles bag. Like you don't want to be like gypped out. You don't just want red and yellow. You want like green, purple, blue, and everything. But yeah, I guess just going to a brief sort of nerdy section because I consider myself sort of like a buff, as in like I'm a film buff, a comic buff, and a movie buff. And in the 2000s, Marvel was looking to expand its like diversity in terms of comic writers. So they got a Japanese writer called Akira Yoshida. But interview, and then they couldn't find any photos of him. They would interview people. They're like, "Oh no, I've seen him pass me by in the halls," and it's like, but they never actually talked to him. That's what we're saying. It then found out Akira Yoshida didn't exist, but a bald white man named C.B. Belusky, who just left Marvel a year before that, exists. And now, after it came out that he was actually pretending to be a Japanese guy for 5 years, he was then promoted to head editor of Marvel. So it's like, if I was to be hired by Scholastics, and I was writing YA books, but I said I was like Rohit Singh, and then all my books had like snake demons and Bollywood dance numbers, and then it came out, no, it's me, and then I got promoted to head editor. And I'll leave you at this last quick thing. As a kid, I was really into rescue heroes, which was G.I. Joe, but for sheltered autistic kids. So instead of like military guys with guns, it's first responders and firefighters and all that. And you get ridiculous names. You get like your average kids bullshit like Billy Blazes or Aerial Flyer. Then you get your porn names. Jack Hammer, Rocky Canyon, Wendy Waters. And then you get the names that are just like fucking crimes against humanity. Cliffhanger, Perry Shoot, Hal Ecopter, Maureen Biologist, and Mozambique. Anyways, you guys have been a good crowd and I enjoyed my time here. Hope you all have a good night.
Give it up for Kami D. It's Owen, y'all. That's our show.